Well, hello everyone and welcome. I'm Rebecca, the Technical and Education Director, joined with Tracy, our Technical Manager, and today we want to share some ideas with you on ways to boost your salon retail sales. A successful salon should have a retail and promotion strategy that will both increase your profits while also strengthening your client relationships. So the three pillars of salon retail success that we're going to detail for you today will certainly help you and your salon team accomplish both. So the first pillar of salon retail success stands for promotions and planning. So plan big. Start each month out with a plan, or better yet, plan the year full of fun ideas for promotions. Use advertising calendars from salon-specific magazines to help you plan according to season and events. So, for example, when we plan here at Simply Organic Beauty for all of our webinars and events and promotions, we use the advertising calendars from, let's say, Modern Salon Magazine and some of our other partners like American Salon Magazine, Beauty Launchpad, The Colorist, and so forth, because they actually work through the seasons for you and sort of give you an idea of what they're going to be covering, which enables us to look at products or services that we would like to offer, and that helps us plan our events for the whole year. So retail sales are an easy and effective way to raise your salon profits, but they will always require that excitement from your entire salon team to really be successful. So you may want to engage your team first by having a brainstorming party or a meeting each quarter to generate exciting ideas for new promotions. Then have someone on the team make a commitment to their part in that promotion. So for example, Sally's going to reset the retail or guest waiting area with the new promotional posters, signage, retail spotlight, and let's say Gary's going to decorate the salon with your mirror clings, your new promotion shelf talkers, etc. You can motivate your team through the use of exciting product promotions and even inspire them to increase their product sales. For example, to keep stylists inspired to sell retail, hold quarterly contests with exciting prizes that you can win by selling the most retail per service ticket. These contests can certainly increase the sales of your spa by approximately $10,000 additional in just 2 months. So how will you successfully know how to set your team's benchmarks in order to make these promotions profitable? Know your numbers. So for example, at my spa, we have a report system or a POS system that will share with us per each stylist what they have sold per service ticket each month. So let's say they have 20 guests that month, 10 of them are repeat or requests, 2 referrals, and then they have 9 rebooks needed. From there, we look at the retail dollar needed for, let's say, those 20, and we say that the retail dollar needed would be $60. So you try to look at each service ticket, whether it's color or a haircut, do an average, and use your reporting through your POS system or whatever system you happen to be using and to track those numbers. But in order to gain momentum or know what success you've got working for your retailing, you need to really have reports and to have your numbers available so that you can look per season and per stylist at what's selling best, who's selling most, and how to help them reach goals, and maybe offer those quarterly contests with prizes for the staff member that reaches the set goal that you've planned for that month. So for example, if it's a season where they're going to need more moisture and they have a new product out that you'd like to promote, offer to see how many they sell and see what that percentage is per stylist, and then offer some exciting prize ideas. So we do this through knowing our numbers. Some prize ideas that energize salon team members could be tickets to furthering their education and exciting educational events, gift cards to local restaurants or shops, gift certificates for spa services such as a massage or a relaxing pedicure, or retail that they may not have tried yet themselves, like skincare. And for example, let's say they haven't tried, we had our receptionists at one point who hadn't been able to afford or try the skincare, So we went ahead and came up with a little gift basket for them because they were really reaching their goals, and we surprised them with a little gift basket of some essential skincare needs that they hadn't yet tried. And when you do that, it inspires them to talk about them more because they actually have they've seen the benefits, they've seen the results, they know what they're using, and they can help your other clientele to share some of these ideas and sell more retail for you. Or maybe they want extra time off or a gift card for a local grocer, a yoga class, or simply ask your team what motivates them. And so really be creative. I know Tracy was a spa owner as well, so she has some ideas of ways to motivate your staff for some additional prize ideas too.
I think I would just like to emphasize the importance of meeting with your teammates and finding out what is it that does motivate them, because once I did that, I think it's a common mistake that salon owners or managers assume that stylists are all motivated by the same things, or primarily money. I was surprised when I asked my team what prizes would inspire them to really participate in some of these things and make them want to win. And some of those responses are similar to what Becky had talked about, but paid time off, massage. Let's keep in mind that a lot of service providers don't necessarily make the investment in taking care of themselves. So to give them a gift card or a gift certificate to a massage or a facial, or money to put towards their own self-care can really go a long ways for their productivity. They asked for gym membership, yoga class. I had one that wanted a cooking class. My stylist with 5 children was interested in a gift certificate to our local grocery store, money towards educational events, free products, improved tools to work with. And I also had a stylist who asked if I would help supply a photographer to her. She wanted to do a photo shoot, and she was having a hard time getting the funds together to get this particular photographer that she wanted to use so that she could promote herself more. So why would I not want to, invest in that? So once I knew and I understood just what it is that motivated each one of them, I saw a much greater interest in participation from them.
Absolutely. So don't forget how important it is to really get that word out about the promotions you're offering. I mean, it's important to post your salon or spa promotions and events on Facebook, in email blasts, and really get the word out. While people are in, make sure you get them to add you to their Facebook, and make sure you have all their current information in your program so that you can do email blasts that are exciting. I know that we get a ton of responses from our email blasts, and we keep things exciting by offering some different events in our space and bringing in more and more people outside in your doors. Because as you well know, a spa or salon can be a very different type of business to just walk in. Not a lot of people just walk in salons or spas necessarily. It's a little intimidating. So getting the word out and then inviting people from the outside just to come in and tour your space, and then, offer these promotions, inspire them through these email blasts or Facebook posts, and really get the word out of who you are. So here's some ideas for winning promotions that you might find useful in growing your retail sales and your unique salon business. One would be host a spa salon styling party and invite in guests from the community to come to your salon or spa and have different styling stations set up. Have one set up with unique curl products like the Curly Potion and Shaping Putty, and one perhaps set up for beachy waves, and use the sea salt spray and the shabby mud and maybe the wave styler. Ask each of your stylists to man one of the stations and share with guests ways to effectively create new looks on themselves with some fun styling tools and tips. Then offer discounts on services booked or retail sold based off of these consultations and recommendations from the party.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how successful these type of parties were for my salon. The offering a discount on services that are booked after these was huge. Of course, it's only going to be valid if they're going to be able to keep that appointment. It always was a huge retail event for us. And, don't discount the fact that even if they don't book that appointment, Some of your clients are very analytical. They really need to kind of think things over, and it isn't so much the discount that's of interest to them. So they may not book that service or purchase that retail that particular night. They might come back to you 6 months later and say, hey, remember at your event when you said that maybe I should get a couple of face framing highlights? I think I'd like to do that. They don't care about the discount. Again, they just needed to process it for a while. So I would say don't discount the fact that during these events that you are really setting the stage for further purchases, next purchases, which can really add value and dollars to your bank account.
And not to mention the loyalty it brings. If you're doing different events that you really seem to care about what they're doing with their home care or how they're styling, giving them different tips and tricks, that really brings out the loyalty. Also, sometimes we book our services so tightly and we have back-to-back people, and it's how do you want to wear your hair today when you leave, and we style them out smooth, let's say, but we have another idea of a different idea for them for next time. Maybe they typically wear their hair smooth or straight, but you have an idea of how they could easily put in a couple waves and have a different idea, but you just didn't have the time during that service. And you mentioned that you host these salon spa styling parties for them and ask them to come, give them a personal invitation, hand them something that reminds them that on this day each month we have a styling party, and to come in and spend some free time with you and show them different ideas of ways they can wear their hair. It really goes a long way. You could even have a skin area, where you do a little quick makeover with some of maybe the face balms and things like that, and maybe the hand balm too is a little massage. You could have a little massage spa area. So there's all kinds of unique ways that you can really push this styling party to share all the unique brand retail opportunities that you have in your salon. And then there's the guest appreciation month idea. So during a month you choose to be your guest appreciation month, maybe it's your annual anniversary month for your salon, run specials on new products. Discount the new product, let's say by $2 or $3 on a product that your clients haven't tried before. Maybe it's something new to market. We've got a few coming from Oway that you might want to consider doing this when we launch them in that month. And then in addition, run a special during that month for an add-on service that you choose to market. So for example, I like to choose something that doesn't have a ton of overhead cost to provide, yet it's something that your clients may not know you even offer. So perhaps a brow shaping or a complimentary scalp analysis using the Trico analyzer for the scalp. These are unique ways you can share other things that maybe they just have never realized you offer. They haven't looked at your menu in a while. You forget because you're so busy behind the chair to mention some other additional things. But in Guest Appreciation Month, it's something that you and your team really get behind and practice. So our next idea is partnering with local shops or restaurants. Partnerships in your community are often our best strategies for growing our business and forming solid relationships. For example, you could find a local men's clothing store and ask if they would allow you to offer their customers a discount on men's grooming products during the month that, say, Father's Day falls in. Perhaps they would let you add a small display on their counter with a Try Me Men's Hero product, like the boho pomade or something like that, and then offer to put a small sign or decal up on their storefront or in your spa. So you can share the wealth with your local partners. Mention them when people are coming in, say men are coming in, and you mention you have a little sign up on your retail area or your reception desk mentioning, mention us and get 10% off at that local shop. Another idea, let's say, would be to partner with a local boutique and use either a local restaurant, bar, or hotel and host a fashion show. You can do the hair and makeup and use this as a great way to show off your work with the products you want to share and offer others in the community. Ask them to mention it at the event, even do a giveaway with products and gift certificates from your salon. Shopping local and hanging out in local venues is a perfect way to market yourself and gain clients that you can share more ideas about the retail and services you provide that are so different. So, really making your face seen in the local market. This is a very relationship-driven type of industry. So you can't just expect to sit in the back room and hope that clients are going to come in and buy retail from you and experience your services. I mean, you really have to be out there. And I know we've gotten away from really socializing in a lot of times because we have such social media going on. But, you know, really get yourself out there and be the face that you want to be and share with the local community.
Another idea would be doing product swapping or recycling. I know in my salon we would host events similar to like the styling party we just mentioned, or sometimes we'd call it a swapping party. The idea is that it needs to be a long enough time for them to be able to come in and you to do a consultation on what is the product they're bringing into you based on what product you think it should be replaced with that you have to offer. So I don't suggest simply doing a situation where you're going to give them credits for bringing product in if you don't have time to actually discuss what it is they should be purchasing. But what I would do is with our events is to have an incentive offer for clients to bring in their old product or products that are not supported and sold by my salon. I would offer a credit towards purchases made during the event or their visit. I then would donate all the usable products to the charity I had chosen to sponsor that year. Every year I would choose a different charity. Or if it wasn't applicable to that, let's say it was the dog shelter, I would always donate it to the local women's shelter. And any products that were not suitable for donation were then recycled. I feel like these kind of promotions are a win-win in several ways. It kept my clients from using or using up products. We've all heard that before. Let me use this up and then I'll get that. Products that my salon did not support. Obviously increased my retail sales, helped the charity of my choice, and it also recycled containers that may not have otherwise ended up in a landfill.
So the second pillar of salon retail success is psychology and perception, or what I like to call experience retailing. Communication is, of course, both spoken and unspoken. It is important that your salon staff is speaking the same language and that your salon's displaying the right message. Physical retail is alive and persisting, but it's still increasingly influenced by the digital world. Today's new shopping journeys recognize the value of true retail experience as a competitive advantage over shopping online. So think about it. There are salons and spas on every corner of the country. So what's going to set you apart? You must almost surpass the shopping experience of the other salons around you and exceed your customers' expectations every time they visit. In your salon or spa, it's vital that you and your staff are committed to creating unique, enjoyable salon experiences for your clients. So what are some ways to create these spa experiences? What sort of experience do you want your clients to have? Experience retailing isn't a new phenomenon, but we're recognizing that we must stay ahead of the game and deliver an all-encompassing salon experience that adds value to the current customer journey. It's not enough to simply stock your shelves with retail that they can purchase in any retailer, such as Target or Walmart, and expect customers to make their way into your salon. There must be a clear reason for them to make the journey to see you, which doesn't always mean just an average service or shampoo. The experience needs to be different than what they can find online, or why should they bother? So what are some ways that you can create this experience that will set you apart from the rest? Well, the head spa is one way. So what that means is we discuss the sensory experiences create lasting memories. The OA Head Spa idea is designed around becoming spas and salons that are not just about the hair, but a true holistic wellness, which includes being focused on the scalp, hair, and the mind. So this includes playing relaxing music, having the Noda oil blend, misting from the cloud diffusers, offering the delicious aroma tea, and practicing other relaxing rituals and methods.
And all of these things create an amazing experience for your clients, but can sometimes be a source of disappointment for them when they come in for their second visit and the same expectation isn't met. I find that many salon and spa owners don't place enough importance on the value of consistency. So, for example, when you're traveling and you're hungry, do you stop at Joe Schmo's Diner or do you opt for a chain because you know what you're going to get? Your choice was based on your preference for consistency.
Right.
Your clients want the same thing. I'm not saying that they want the same haircut or color every time, but they do want the experience to be as awesome as it hopefully was the first time. So it's important to set yourself up for successfully replicating an amazing experience. A consistent environment, replicating amazing experiences, eye-catching displays, and designing a functioning space are so important. So often a salon or spa will put a treatment room or a shampoo area right next to the break room or other noisy areas of the spa without considering the importance of the client to be able to relax during certain portions of this service. If having a treatment room right next to the dispensary is unavoidable, there are ways to dampen the sound: insulated walls, doors, water fountains, white noise combined with soft music, etc. So calling in a professional designer or merchandiser could be well worth the investment to enable you to continue to replicate amazing experiences.
And in fact, Tracy has a background in design for salons and spas, and she is an expert in that area. I know moving forward with Simply Organic Beauty, this is something that we are really, as we change all of the salons that work with us for the better, we're going to, hold more of these webinars that talk more about merchandising, how to set your retail area up. And she's going to try to work with each and every one of you. And this is something in 2017 we're going to be sort of adding to our list of benefits that Simply Organic Beauty does to help you grow. So keep in mind that's coming, and we'll keep you excited. And that's just the teaser into that. So let's talk about product selection and choosing brands that you believe in and that actually believe in you. It's really important to create a niche for yourself in your area. So for example, my spa carries the OA brand exclusively, and this brand is never diverted and sold in supermarkets, etc. The products are all non-toxic and healthy options for our consumers. We have chosen a brand that we believe in. So when you work with products that you love and believe in, retailing is very simple. You won't ever feel as though you're selling, which to many stylists can be actually scary, especially newer stylists that are maybe coming on, just learning about your brand. So it's really about, instead of simply recommending products that suit your client's hair, skin, and body needs. I mean, that's what we're about instead of selling. We're really wanting to recommend products that they need for all of their needs. You'll attract the type of clients often based on the quality and type of products you carry too. So therefore, I tend to market and advertise in similar arenas. So for example, my salon and spa advertises in Natural Awakenings magazine because I know that readers of that magazine tend to look for healthy solutions in their lifestyle. Since we carry a non-toxic, eco-friendly, organic beauty line, I therefore know that I'm reaching out to others that could be the perfect fit for my client base.
Another good idea would be to research in your area. So as you can see on the slides here, we have like a major magazine, Natural Health, the one Rebecca talked about, Natural Awakenings, and then Wellness, which is part of Tampa Bay. So by looking for some local publications to reach more of your target market, you could check out your local health food stores or grocers, your holistic practitioners, and et cetera, for local publications that you could advertise in to target your like-minded clients.
So one way we did this was honestly to go into, let's say, a Trader Joe's or our local kind of healthier grocer, and at the front there they keep these magazines a lot of times that are free to people. So you grab those, you look in the front index where they have the people in charge of that magazine, and email them. And a lot of times not only do you get to just advertise, which a print ad can be, just a resource that sometimes works, and the benefit can be small sometimes, but they will often offer an editorial piece because they're so excited about what you're offering. Also, they will give you additional benefits, like maybe put you on their website, because these people get really excited about what we're offering with the OA brand, at least. And so this is just one way to find what magazines are out there, is at the front of your kind of healthier, holistic grocer. and so forth. So ask also, the people that come into you where they would like to, what they read. Maybe it's a yogi that comes in and she says, well, actually, I look at this magazine and so forth. So like Tracy said, just really doing your research, and that's asking questions of your current clientele. And the clients that you love, ask them, because they have friends just like them, and they will refer them not only to you, but they'll tell you where they look and what they shop for, and that's a good way to go too. So saying no to salon product diversion. This is a big one for me, because if you want to be unique and grow your clientele, and then you need to be sure to carry products that are not going to be found cheaper online, or let's say in an Ulta store. So many product lines exploit you, the stylist, by asking you to use your knowledge of products to influence your buyers to purchase their products. And then once the brand or product is profitable, they turn around and divert the same products in larger retail stores. Now, don't you feel used? I mean, I'm sure that you can think of brands that were at one time exclusive to salons and now you see them online or sold elsewhere, right? So just remember, when that certain brand asks you to market hairspray #1 and get you all excited, and you promote it and you do promotions around it, and then all of a sudden a year later, after it's profitable and you've sold the heck out of it, they say, that's sort of an old thing. We're going to come out with hairspray #2, and now we're going to do the same thing, promote, promote, promote. We get you to sell it to your clients. And now you see hairspray 1 that you've sold so well in, let's say, a Target. And your client happens to be shopping in Target and says, oh, there's the hairspray that Rebecca sold to me a year ago, and she was so hyped on it, I'm going to grab it here while I'm here. So they kind of use us to do their marketing, and then you think that there's some lady running around diverting product in the back of her trunk. Well, that's not how it works. The brands are using you. So ask yourself a few questions when you're deciding on a line to carry, or you're thinking of adding to one of your current offerings. First, do I believe in these products? Are these products unique enough to sell? Are these products ever diverted in any stores? You're going to find that the OA brand is not, or any of the lines that Simply Organic carries. So feel comfortable there. Now let's do ourselves favors and always conduct a thorough, solid consultation. In order to completely understand what your client's hair needs and wants are, it is your job to lead this conversation and ask a ton of questions. Look at pictures and discuss retail products that they're going to need at home to achieve the look. And by all means, be sure to listen. You must listen in order to retain a clear picture of what they are even wanting. I make sure I perform a consultation every time my client visits, whether I see them every few weeks, every few months, or it's their first visit. I have clients that tell me that they really appreciate that I take the time to sit with them and discuss their look with them and consult with them as though it was their first time every single time they visit. So there's questions like, how often do you visit a salon? How do you like to style your hair? What do you like and dislike about your hair? Because sometimes it's nice to know what they don't like, just as much as it is what they do. What challenges do you have with your hair? Are you looking for a new style? Are you after the look you currently have?
And I think that as we were putting together this webinar, we realized that many of these topics are much bigger than we can cover in one simple webinar. So rest assured, there are going to be some more webinars forthcoming on several of the topics that we're discussing today. This one most definitely being on the top of the list on how to conduct an ideal consultation that is going to give you a better understanding of what it is that your client wants. They'll understand what it is you can provide, and it's going to generate more money in your pocket.
Sort of like when you're going on a trip, you don't just get in the car and start driving aimlessly. You kind of know exactly the map of where you're going to go. Now, if you go off track a little bit, then that's one thing, but really knowing which way you're headed in the first place will always make sure that you both reach the goal that you were in mind at the beginning of your service. So like she said, we're going to be doing a lot more. I'm going to consider this webinar sort of part 1 to a much bigger scale of what we're looking at in 2017, because Simply Organic is really grabbing onto some new concepts that are going to change your business. So we're just like on the tip of the iceberg with some of this information today, but by all means, we're going to be breaking into some really in-depth new creative ideas of ways to do some of these things as well. So keep that in mind. Now, do relaxing rituals on every client, such as a scalp massage at the shampoo area. Take the extra time, and when they first sit in your chair, do a short shoulder and neck massage. Help take the stress out of their day by truly pampering your clients. It will take the pressure off of them, and then they will in turn be very connected to you. So maybe while they're colors processing, you could use the Remedy hand balm to massage their hands. Now keep in mind that this week happens to be the Remedy hand balm happens to be the product of the week, so we have some specials running for that. So you can really start to these relaxing rituals, incorporate them into your services immediately. You can also take your service to the next level. That taking your service to this next level is really going to ensure that your clients come to you for the entire experience, and they'll trust all of your additional take-home regimen recommendations. So
yeah, in our salon, to create added value during the client's color processing, we would do a hand treatment that was an exfoliator and a moisturizer all in one. It was basically, it had sea salts and essential oils in it. We would do this service every time because remember, consistency is key. And not only did it feel good and was relaxing to the client, but then their hands look great when we're finished. And as a technician, we have just scored points in the client loyalty corner again.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to buy everything you recommended if it looks so good. So know your products and really what makes them different in the first place. I like to geek out and learn what I'm offering to them. So the products you choose should not only look good, but also really work well. An example of this would be to share the importance of, say, the pH of the products and how they work to keep their color from fading, and how to use the products. Being well educated on your retail recommendations will help you to gain more trust in your client, and your relationship will grow from this. So as stylists, we typically have a very close connection with our clients. Keep in mind, we are one of the only industries out there, other than doctors, that are paid to touch our guests. We often become close friends and much like family to our people. Friendships this close are built on trust. It's crucial to remember how important the beginning stages of this friendship are as you focus on earning this trust right away. Instead of pushing a million products right away with a new client, perhaps start with a few of the very basics for them to either enhance or maintain their service. If it's a color service, make sure they have the proper shampoo and conditioner. Or if it's a haircut service, perhaps offer the styling product they need to create the look at home. If they seem uncertain, perhaps offer them the swap program or tell them about your recycling program. There's also the opportunity to put something in a sample jar to take home, because I'll tell you what, every time I do that, if I just keep those little sample cups available for them, every single time those clients come back to me and say, I loved what you sent me home with and I'm going to buy it today. And then you're just going to gain more trust by solving their hair problems. And don't forget to always tell them what you're using and why, from the shampoo basin to the styling chair. Clients love to hear about the unique tools you're using and to know how they're going to use them at home versus just gossiping about the latest news or what they did last night. Really remember that you are the true professionals, and it's very unique for a stylist to really stay on task and share with them what you're doing and why you're doing it, what the ingredients are based off of what you've offered and why they work so well. So just assume as you speak that you're going to be going home with the products you trust. Just assume that as you speak to them, they're actually going to go home with the products you trust too. Did you know that each woman uses on her skin an average of more than 200 chemicals, and about 60% of those chemicals are actually absorbed by the body? So it's in your best interest as a holistic hairdresser and spa service provider to really share with them what healthier products you offer, what sets you apart, what niche of products you're recommending for them to take home, and your retail will soar from it. And you're doing the best and you're being authentic. So in your best service, connect, discover client needs, and offer solutions, healthier solutions at that, because you care. And if you're authentic in your offerings, they're going to buy every single time. The types of clients in your area that are finding you, whether because your salon name being green or holistic, or your marketing shares the public your mission of being pioneers of the green beauty professional network. They're finding you. So when you're offering these solutions and you recommend good care products for their take-home, we often educate our guests on how to style their hair at home with their professional styling products we recommend. However, we're not there to take showers with our clients, right? So it's really pertinent to educate many of our clients on how to actually shampoo their hair and how to properly apply these conditioning treatments. We may tell them about the temperature of their water, how much to use, but what about training them on how to apply and lather the shampoo, or how to apply their conditioner properly from mids to ends, let's say? So you'd be surprised as to how many of our clients do not know this part. We tell them how much to use, whether to scrub their scalp with this blend of hair bath, or whether they really need to do a double massage or a massage through the mids and ends twice. So clients often use other retailing and styling care products in unison with the ones we've recommended. It's just the facts. Sure, we would love for them to be 100% green. However, there's aerosol hairsprays that people are addicted to, dry shampoos. They're all the hottest in the market right now. And these often have plastics and alcohols that could coat the hair shaft and make the hair feel really coated or even dry. So this can make it difficult to get the good nutrients that are in your care product recommendations into the hair to do their work. So you may really need to make sure to educate your guests on how to successfully remove the buildup from these products with the shampoos properly. We like to call it a facial for the scalp and hair. And there's a sort of regimen that we like them to follow, whether it's to pre-cleanse with maybe a detoxifying shampoo, and then to sort of like how you do a facial, you cleanse the skin and then you do another cleanse with something that's really going to be adequate for the skin type you're working with. Well, this goes for the scalp too. So oftentimes you'll want to do a double lather and stay off of the scalp if the scalp is sensitive. So really become the pioneer, the professional that has that connection with your clients. And since the Oway brand does not contain harsh surfactants or SLS to break through many of these plastics from aerosols and dry shampoos, thus you might really need to recommend that they shampoo twice, or recommend a gentle clarifying shampoo like the Daily Act to start their regimen. So we're going to actually deep dive into some of the families from Oway. And like we mentioned before, this is part of a part 1 deep dive of the Oway families and the solutions for healthier care at home. So for example, when I'm talking to my client about what to take home, I typically talk about a family of products because I want them to purchase what I want them to purchase and take home. I go ahead and discuss the key benefits and explain the why of that family. So that's sort of how we're approaching this today in this presentation. We're going to share with you a little bit more of the in-depth product knowledge on each of the families. And if you want something even deeper, by all means, we're going to be doing a part 2. But you may want to just also call your account manager and request a product knowledge in-depth on any of the lines that Simply Organic carries from one of our educators that are out in each of your demographics, so that they can come in, work with your team. You can also set up promotions based after that educational event. And so your account managers and the technical staff of stylists that I have here on board are really out there from Simply Organic Beauty to grow your business. So whether it's a smoothing ritual, keratin type of product knowledge deep dive that you need, and we have people out in your area, we'd love to get them in to help you additionally so that your business just grows and grows. Because your retailing, especially mine, since I've gone with the Oway brand exclusively, I'm not kidding, I've grown just in my small space over $4,000 in retail extra a month over what I was already doing. So that's quite a bit of change that's really helping benefit my salon and spa, and now I'm able to offer all of the offerings. So even if you're a smaller space and you need to start small and just work with each of the small families, pick the ones that you see the most clientele from and grow your business that way. You know, take smaller bites perhaps and learn one family 1 week and really deep dive into that, and then move on to the next family, so that each of these little bites will eventually grow your business substantially, and then you'll have all of the offerings. Maybe the trico analyzer, then you can afford and get into your salon, or the infrared iron. I mean, these have potentials to just take you and surpass everything you've ever dreamed of as far as retail and money. Here's an idea of some of the retailing so that you have, enough offerings. Here you'll see on the left-hand side of this image our OWAY brochure of products. So it's really a great way to walk up to the retail area and share with them what family you're offering. Again, it'll have the key ingredients on it, the fragrance, that's the essential oil only, no synthetics, and also what they do and what type of hair they're really for. And that'll give you a kind of a backup of what you've shared with them, from the shampoo basin to your styling chair. Another idea would be to take this product brochure that you see on the wall and cut it into little squares, because each family is on a square there, and to even laminate it and keep it at your station on a ring. And then when your client's processing, let's say, their color, and they're sitting there for 30 minutes, share with them the little sheet on the ring and have them read what they're going to be taking home with them too. It's just sort of a backup there as well, and it's interesting for them to read. Sometimes they get interested more in key ingredients and geek out with you versus reading a gossip magazine or whatnot. So let's start with the daily act that we just mentioned a few minutes ago. And this is the OWAY family that offers both hydration and energy to your daily ritual. Hair that's washed daily or frequently really needs to be treated delicately. You also need to add hydration and protection from oxidation, mechanical and thermal stresses, while also adding balanced shine. So this is exactly what you can count on when you recommend the Daily Act line to your clients, because it's a perfect combination of strength and hydration, and it also helps with the prevention of the formation of split ends. So once again, it's ideal for all hair types and scalps. The fragrance, they consider it to be an energetic and fresh scent based off of biodynamic lemon, organic white tea, ethical anisata, and chestnut proteins. So there's where you're getting some of your strength from that chestnut protein, and also hydration from that ingredient as well. Now the lemon ingredient is a perfect pH there for proper cleansing. So this is great too if someone does have a lot of buildup. This might be something that helps take off some of that extra. It helps to detox some of those aerosols and dry shampoos, while prepping you maybe for another lather if you needed it from something that's going to add different nutrients there for you. You see your hero product, I called it, for this line, is the phytoprotein mist. It's kind of like a no-rinse hair tonic that adds additional proteins there. They are vegetable proteins, so much softer, and it helps with instantly detangling the hair and revitalizing it as well. So you can use this daily on dry hair or on every shampoo. So this is Daily Act. Now we're going to talk about the moisturizing line. The moisturizing line is a treatment program for adding deep down hydration for clients with dry, sensitive, dehydrated hair. It's going to give maximal nutrition from the muru butter, the macadamia oil, organic honey, biodynamic hazelnut. And this is a rich, precious blend that helps add silkiness and shine to the hair. Now it's perfect for all hair types that are really lacking in both water and lipids. So remember that hair is composed of proteins, moisture, lipids, pigment, minerals, and carbohydrates. So what's funny about this is there's 70 to 80% of the hair is actually made of protein typically, and 10 to 15% is the moisture, while 3 to 6% are those lipid oils, 1% being your pigment, and then less is minerals and carbohydrates. But it's so funny that we all as stylists and hair colorists work so hard for only what is made of 1% pigment to change hair color. I think that's kind of funny. But then we kind of always focus on protein and moisture being so essential to hair, but we kind of forget about some of these other things like that lipids. So the moisturizing line really helps to add that lipid and water hydration back into the hair. And that's what's also going to help with the formation of split ends. Now, the no rinse moisturizing conditioner, that is sort of their hero product here. And it does not weigh the hair down whatsoever. You distribute that throughout the entire length of the hair, and it's going to help also as a detangler. I love to work with it as a cutting lotion myself. And then there's also additional proteins in this. So there's actually 2 proteins which you'll find in this moisturizing line. So if you're definitely not needing additional protein, you might want to consider one of the other families, but this is a very nice balance for both hydration, lipids, and proteins. Now we're going to talk about the Color Up, the color protection line here, the family. It's an antioxidant system for colored, highlighted, or low-lighted hair types. It's hair that is colored, remains very sensitive to the UV rays and other external agents out there. So it's very important to send your color clients home with a treatment program that both preserves your brilliant work while also delicately cleansing their hair fabric. The color protection line polishes the hair cuticle so that the color pigments are really protected inside the cortex of the hair. And this formula for this family is the most powerful as the antioxidants are from nature. So the organic goji, the biodynamic red vine, and the fire tulip tree there. So you're going to get protection from sun, water, and pollution. The color protection veil is their hero product, and it's a very unique formula of amino complex. So you really need an amino complex in there when you're talking about building up the proteins, because the amino complex is that chain inside the hair. So I find that I'm sending all of my color clients home at least with the color protection veil. So as we're talking about retailing, if you're looking for something that you need to send them home with when they've gotten color, this is the product for them, because it's going to help in preventing any color fade. It performs as an antioxidant, and it revitalizes that hair while really polishing that cuticle down for you. They consider the fragrance to be intense but reassuring, and you'll find that this is perfect for glossing any color that you've done in your salon. So the volumizing portion of our families of OA products is basically, since fine hair is really vulnerable to external agents as well and subject often to static electricity, it can be difficult for these hair types to really maintain their style. They go limp very quickly. So the volumizing bath formula is light, and it'll cleanse the hair delicately while also increasing the volume, the strength, and the density of the hair. The hair bath contrasts the static electricity and purifies the scalp so that lift can actually happen from the hair root. The root thickening spray has a very special nozzle on it to spray directly to the roots, and you really only need a few pumps of this to lift the hair without ever weighing it down. The nutrients are drawn actually from the linden tree buds, which make the hair stronger and ideal for extremely thin, fragile hair types. So this is sort of the difference. This is the deep dive here it's the method for extracting the active ingredients from the linden bud is called chemotherapy, which guarantees richer, more pure, more effective ingredients. So basically these are taken during peak time of the bud's germination, so certain plant hormones and enzymes are released during this process, making them more potent and active. The buds are the most vital parts of the tree and are exceptionally rich in both protein and sugars, which will assist in maintaining volume, polishing the cuticle, reducing static electricity, and of course proteins help with strength, and fine hair types seem to really react well to more protein. Now the sugars help with that holding on to hydration and moisture. So those are some differences there, and they consider that fragrance both toning, reassuring. It helps with fine, sort of floppy hair types. Now, all of these families are zero synthetic fragrance, zero artificial colorants, SLS, SLES free, paraben free, petrolatum free, PEG free, etc. So they really use the best parts of the natural essences of plants, and they extract them naturally too. So these are the best of the best. Now the Be Curly, let's talk about the curly line. This family is for curly or permed hair types that need bounce and hydration. The Curly Potion's a perfect curl elixir, which will help support, add definition, and separation needed for curls. There's excellent hold to the potion as well as superb frizz control. It's actually the cellulose polymers that are derived from cellulose that give curly hair the highest percent for both curly memory, anti-frizz effects, curl shape, tight sections, and the bounce that's needed for curls. So this is a rich, stimulating essential oil fragrance, and this is for anyone that's needing some anti-frizz action for curls. So want healthy, strong, straight, shiny hair? Well, then the family of OA Care for You is the smoothing line. It's important to have the cuticle perfectly sealed for hair to actually be straight and have that glossy, elegant look to it. So once the hair cuticle is polished, you will see impeccable shine, sort of like when you're looking out on a lake and it's very glossy and still, you're going to see a lot of shine versus something with a lot of wave. This family will also provide protection from heat, add nutrition, and will have antioxidative action, important especially for those with color. For lovers of ultra straight hair that's easy to comb and locks out humidity, the smoothing fluid is your best ally. So if the hair is extra thick and rebellious, then the smoothing cream may be your go-to. And I've actually used both on certain hair types, and this fragrance is considered soft and soothing. It's an essential oil also for the fragrance. So my favorite, the Silk and Glow family, is the sublime and voluptuous synergy that infused the hair fiber with silk. If you need to regulate frizzy, dull hair, then the Silk and Glow is a nutritious formula that will transform hair into soft silk. It's an immediate treatment that makes hair exceptionally shiny, and you'll absolutely see results after that first application. I've got all of my clients, it seems like, that I've offered this to addicted. So it's a very addictive line. They consider the fragrance, the essential oils are enchanting and velvety. The Silk and Glow serum really smooths the cuticle and eliminates all the frizz, helps with dry hair, and you can use it every single day. So I've got even fine hair types that are using the hair mask. I have one woman that is extremely highlighted, and this has just made her hair impeccable. She's able to comb through it super easy, and it's just been a miracle for her. So a lot of my clients addicted to this one. So Rebalancing, this is the family that's the treatment for scalps that have excess sebum. So you'll be rebalancing oily and greasy scalps and helping add freshness to those suffering from this condition. There's an in-salon treatment with this, and then this is the regimen that would also need to be maintained at home for the best results. So the rebalancing program detoxifies the scalp, and there's a vegetable extract that inhibits the enzymes responsible for hyperproduction of sebum, so that excess oil. So you can really become sort of a hair doctor, hair and scalp doctor, using some of these treatment lines, such as the Sebum Balance Hair Bath, and then, of course, the Amazonian Control Clay with the sage in salon experiences there. So soothing, for an ultra-delicate soothing treatment, for sensitive skin types, subject to itching, discomfort, irritation, and they need balance and need to be restored. The soothing line is perfect for this. And then their hero product there is that soothing remedy. And of course, you've got another in-salon treatment opportunity here with the soothing gel and the helichrysum. This mixed together, you can always do additional treatments. I like to personally do 4 to 5 treatments package specials for my clients so that they book them out. That way I know that they're coming to me often enough to really see the end results, positive results, and get on a real program here. These are preservative-free, nickel-tested, so they're extremely good for any sensitive scalps or skin types. So let's say the soothing remedy, I've used it for everything from bug bite. I actually got stung by wasp about a month ago, and once I tried everything, of course, until I started on the soothing remedy and immediate relief there. So it truly works for all red irritations or sensitive types of skin, even psoriasis and eczema and so forth. So then we've got hair loss. This is a microstimulating treatment that's really going to encourage the growth of weak hair, help with hair loss. So this is really an exciting opportunity for anyone that really wants to get into this hair loss program and really helping people that are suffering from hair loss in different conditions. This uses the biodynamic mint, the organic horse chestnut, which is going to help with the hair strengthening down to the bulb, and the ethical teak and mahogany. These are going to invigorate and energize the scalp and hair. And then we have they use some of the other opportunities like the Dynagen to help favor the bulb and encourage that follicle to grow new hair. So we're using this. I've had clients just using the microstimulating alone, and it's helped with just hair loss that's sort of a natural hair loss. Women are we're finding a lot of women really thinning with thinning hair, and this has helped them so tremendously. And so we've got an additional webinar that goes into these and really deep dives into these treatments. But this is the family you would want to offer to encourage anybody that's having some weak hair or wants to combat hair loss right away. So get them on this routine and then check out our other webinar. And this is once again something that if you need additional education in Salon, we can offer that as well from Simply Organic Beauty. So the Purifying line, that's going to be a treatment that you can do in Salon and also send home with the Purifying hair bath, but you're really going to want to use this for anyone that's wanting to control any flakiness caused by both oily or dry dandruff. So we've got 2 different hair baths depending on the size of the flake, and really looking at this under, let's say, our Trico Analyzer microscope and seeing what you need to cure or solve for them. This also is preservative-free, nickel-tested, and it's our Purifying hairline. The Rebuilding is one of my other favorites because you can do this as a professional reconstruction treatment for very damaged hair in Salon, or send them home, of course, with the Rebuilding hair bath and Rebuilding hair mask. These combine with the intensive treatments in the salons using, say, the infrared iron. It's going to help give structure to damaged hair and really strengthen the hair fiber with good, helpful protein material. And then also it softly moisturizes hair and rebuilds from the inside out. Now, using, of course, the hair serum, we have a Rebuilding hair serum that's not featured in this picture here, but it can be used with that ultraviolet iron that really is going to send that into the hair, all these great organic ingredients inside the hair further, such as the organic basil that's going to add shine, protection, and really we have gained a ton of referrals, in our retail soared when we offered this as a promotional program around the summer months, and of course in the winter months too, or any time that someone has weak hair. Maybe they came from an ammoniated hair salon or whatnot, where they are seeking some real deep reconstruction in a soft, natural, organic way. So truly being the holistic hair doctor, this is one of the programs that we like to do a lot of promotions around and have built a successful retail business too. So the styling, definition, and finishing products on the market today really contain the highest concentration of the chemical substances such as petroleum, parabens, PEGs, PPG, synthetic fragrances, dyes, etc., that are really nasty for the body. And remember what we said before of how much the high percentage of ingredients that are absorbed by the skin and body really are up there. And of course, that's what a lot of people pick up in the market. So really separating yourself, because the OA line has, for the first time, replaced these nasty ingredients with waxes, resins, and natural emollients. And the result of this is this nutritious, hydro-regulating, ultra-high performance formula, which both protects the hair and also gives endless long-lasting styling possibilities. So the styling and finish line with OA is in the yellow labels typically, and they offer very natural, beautiful looks, and I'm telling you, they last a long time. They are in the infinitely recyclable glass that you see, and also the tubes that are infinitely recyclable as well. So we also run some fun promotions, going back to the retail and promotions portion of this webinar, and to share with you some ideas for really retailing and showing in some of your displays. For example, the shaping putty you see there, once it's used, if you ask them to bring it back in, maybe you give them $2 off of their empty bottle there, and you can make, at Christmas time, candles out of these jars and resell them. So repurposing them, reselling them, and then offering your clients a discount so that they can continue to use these healthy products for themselves at home and get the results from the styles that you're looking for. Some other ideas are taking some of the larger back bar size glass and putting some of the ingredients that you know, like the sage and the biodynamic rosemary, and actually featuring those at the top of your display in some of these used glass bottles. I know that anybody that is on any of the styling and finish regimen, they're an easy sale. And they come in different sizes too, so you may start them on the smaller shaping putty and work them up. I know that that's something that's grown my business tremendously. People do not even hesitate with the pricing either. And those that do and want to try it but are they need a little encouragement, we have travel sizes available to purchase too. So let's say that you want them to go home with the color protection system, the hair bath, and you want them to try these at home. Well, we have smaller sizes, so maybe they can start with spending a little less, but they'll see the results immediately with these, and then they'll come back and just buy the regular retail size from you as well. You can do some fun retailing options in your cases in your front retail, maybe doing a quick basket with some of these cute travel sizes, and finding cute bags to put them in as well. So these are cute opportunities as well, just to get them at least to start with the proper things at home that are healthier for them as well. So these are some of our other opportunities through Simply Organic Beauty distribution. We have the Momentum men's line, our Lumilise skincare line. We have the Moroccan Organics. This is a more affordable, let's say, organic line that perhaps you've got people that want to at least start on something healthier, and you want to have another opportunity for clients that just can't afford the exclusive high-end or OA line. And this is a beautiful opportunity for them too, using the argan oils and so forth. And then we've got an eco line, right? If you haven't forgotten, they're extremely eco-friendly, and so that's a fun line as well. Maybe you wanted to try some of those to having your retail offerings. Then, of course, the Smooth Rituals, which is our keratin smoothing restoration line, and it has its own shampoo, conditioner, and retail products that go there. I personally, with that one, like to bake in the shampoo and conditioner into my service, so I'm certain that my clients going home with the proper retail to follow up the keratin system that I gave them in salon treatment. So that's one way to make sure that they're getting the proper benefits of that service. And then we, of course, have the O&M Original Mineral Healthy color line and products there. So these are all the opportunities we have. We just deeply went into some of the families. And of course, once again, anytime you want to have courses, classes set up for your in-salon, there's opportunities for you there all across the country and all in North America. So reach out to your account managers, make sure that we are able to get that for you, and we'd love to answer any questions additionally for you at any time. So we're really here to help grow your business, and that's why here at Simply Organic Beauty you will see a lot added this year. 2017 is around the corner, and we're really going to be striving to add new courses to the offerings and really helping you to build your business substantially, and I know that it has helped mine. So we're here to do that for you as well. So please let us know if you have any additional questions. This is our phone number and address here. You can always reach out to us as well on the 888-213-4744 number. And Tracy and I, Rebecca, have really enjoyed speaking with you today, and we look forward to enjoying more colorful days with you and sharing education, and we have that around the corner. So thank you for being with us today. We look forward to many more. Happy coloring.